all of a sudden, all of the air just got out of the car, and I panicked.
I'm at a point on my journey where I am making decisions for my happiness.
So if you saw the title of this video, I am not religious anymore, but I definitely grew up religious and secretly gay, even from myself. One of my earliest memories of me having an indication that I was probably gay was me riding in the car with my mom, and we were on our way home from something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Somehow we got onto the conversation about gay people. She told me what being gay was, and then she proceeded to say, oh, those people are going to... I don't know if this app is gonna get me in trouble for saying the things that she said. Essentially, think of fire and brimstone type of energy. The type of rhetoric that people typically say with gay people and being hyper-religious. I remember her telling me this, and I was maybe 10 years old. All of a sudden, all of the air just got out of the car, and I panicked. And I didn't know why I was panicking exactly, but something about what she said, men who like men and women who like women, I was like, I didn't realize that I was having a moment of recognition because the religious trauma is just so thick and heavy. I suppressed all of the thoughts that were telling me, oh, this is what you are, but my emotions, my body already was too far gone. And I started to cry, and she was like, sweetie, why are you crying? And I was like, I don't want to go to the place that people tell you that you're gonna go. Fire and brimstone, okay? I'm like there crying and in distress, and she's like, well, honey, you're not gonna go there. You like boys. And I was thinking to myself, barely. Little did I know, you can be like emotionally attracted to people's energy and have a very high like admiration for them, but also that doesn't equal physical attraction. And for some reason in my head, for the longest time it did. Even like up until I think honestly kind of recently. It's really embarrassing to admit that and say that out loud, but it's true. I thought, oh, because I am enjoying this person's energy, obviously I want to. That couldn't be further from the truth. So obviously after years of being in a high control religion where you know that people who are a part of a particular group are so incredibly shamed for being who they are, you, and I say you, I mean me, I dissociated and made sure to stay away from anyone I knew that was gay as much as possible. Even though I hadn't really said the words in my head that like, oh, I'm gay, I had this innate fear about like being around anyone else that was gay because I was afraid that I would almost like catch it in a way. Or rather that they would bring out something in me that was already there. A couple years later, I remember walking into my sister's room and she was watching a YouTube video with someone who at the time came out and said that they are a part of the LGBTQ+ community. I won't say who they are because they're very problematic now, and I just won't say who they are. But immediately I turned to my sister, so I walk in and I see that she's watching this person on their YouTube channel, and I turn to her and I'm like, you know that they're this, right? And she's like, yeah. Mind you, in my home, if my parents knew that my sister was watching this, they would probably have been up in arms about it. But they didn't. They, like, my sister was a lot more clever than me, and she was a little bit more on the down low, so she was like, yeah, so what? They're this. And I was like, well, aren't we not supposed to, like, have any association with, like, those people at all? Mind you, I'm gay. When I tell you the self-hatred is so real, guys, oh my god. Aren't we supposed to not associate with them at all? And she was like, I don't care. I don't really care about that. I just care about the person. Immediately, I knew that my sister was someone who I was going to be safe with. And my sister was one of the first people that I told. So shout out to her, obviously. Hopefully, if there's any closeted people watching this and you're scared to come out, please make sure that you are in a safe environment to do so. I don't want you to suppress who you are, but unfortunately, we live in a world where it's not always safe. If you are someone who relies on your guardians for housing, like, have another place, like, have some sort of backup options for things. Because people are really, unfortunately, like, really crazy, and it can be very intense. When I told my parents I'm gay, it was already very emotional for them, and I'm grown. I won't get into all the details about exactly what happened with my parents. Maybe that's a story for another time. We'll see. All I'm saying, though, is that you're definitely not by yourself. Make sure that you have community with you and supports you. Make sure that you have your finances in order. Make sure that you have a safe place to go just in case. Make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, because unfortunately we live in a time where not everyone is going to be accepting, and the people who love you most, or they say that they love you most, could be the ones to ultimately disappoint you. If they don't, that's great. Then it's like a great surprise. If not, though, then you're prepared, and I don't want you to be unprepared. But I would love to talk about this more at another time. I'll see y'all later. I don't have an outro. Is that weird? Because, like, I feel like we're at a point where I don't need an outro in the grand scheme. Tell me what y'all think, if I need an outro or not. I'm just so awkward. It's fine. Anyways, bye.